I've basically distilled the exact framework that I am currently using to scale my company. I've already achieved over $20 million in agency revenue, $6 million in product sales, but I believe I am about to 10x those numbers thanks to the power of AI. Level 2 is all about automation. So how you need to be thinking is in terms of your agents as employees. So you are no longer the person that does stuff, you are the person that delegates stuff. And you really have to be ruthless with this because I don't think you realize how many things in your personal life or in your business actually could be outsourced to AI that you're currently not outsourcing to AI. So what I recommend as a practical step to get started with automating more of your workflows is essentially just write down everything you do in a week. So here is a list of everything that I do. There's obviously the content related stuff for my YouTube channel. There's the business development stuff relating to me building products and relating to me procuring deals and, all of the networking that is needed on that side. And obviously there's the operational stuff as well. So you can look at this, and go through each one and be like, you can't automate that. Trends and topics that's only something a human can understand, because we have taste, AI doesn't. Competitor channel scanning, but, won't be able to do that properly. Like I'll need to go in and scan it myself. Script writing, AI could never do that. I write better scripts. Editing, AI can never edit. By the way, it can, and I'll actually tell you, how we're doing that in my business. Like that is the mindset of most people. However, the truth is, I actually went through this list and I noted the things that AI can actually do. And it's actually out of this list, 44 out of 65 things. So most people just look at this list and they pick one or two, maybe they automate it, or they just, are completely in denial and they're like, nah, AI can't automate any of it. But if you really want to make money leveraging AI, you need to automate your business. And the only way to do that is to write down a full list of everything that you do and critically analyze what you can or can't automate. And you can also use Claude for this. But I'll run through how I automate certain things in my business. So for example, the first thing, trend and topic research, we have a /loop, which I'll show you in a second, scraper, which gives me a morning digest of everything that happened in the AI content space and in the market for my market-based content. Competitor channel scanning, we have a data analytics company that we use, and we also have our own in-house data, and we use the MCP that scans all of my competitors and looks at outliers to help me riff ideas. Script writing, I have a video production skill that I can literally show you now that I've created, trained on all of my scripts that I simply have to go /video production pipeline, and the skill gets better every single time because it's trained on my videos and the feedback that I give it. So I just asked it to write me a show on AI skills using an AI skill, and it'll literally script a whole thing. Now, of course, in my actual content, it's a lot more back and forth than that because I like being unique and I want to give you my own data, etc. So I'll do a lot of brainstorming, but if you're trying to pump out content, like this is a great way to do it. And you can see it's already started here with the pressure test, which is actually part of my skill. So it's going to tell me if it thinks it's a good video or not. But the message that I'm trying to get across here is you need to be creating skills for every single thing. If it's something that can be automated on a reoccurring basis, you want to use a loop, which I'll show you. But if it's something that you need to be involved in, like script writing, or to an extent like newsletter writing, or certain messages, email formatting, etc., it's better to just train a skill, teaching Claude the exact format and process that you personally want to use every single time you do that particular activity. And even something like editing can now be done by AI. Now, it can't do the final cut. I don't believe that's how you create good edits, but what it can do is do the initial cut. It can take the transcript and look for certain parts of the video where animations would be most ideal, and it can actually create the animations. So then the editors get an animation pack, which they overlay after, which saves them hours of time. So the reason this is yellow is because some things can't be fully automated, but can be partially automated. This is all stuff you can automate right now. I've even seen people automating meta ads, doing automatic A/B tests, and then creating UGC content. I just did a video on it using Higgsfield, and then running split tests on meta ads, seeing what's better, and optimizing campaign budgets. I'm not trying to overwhelm you. I'm just trying to make the point that a lot of the stuff that you do in your business or a business you'd like to start, or in your existing role, whether it be at your job or even in your personal life, you probably can automate it, and you probably haven't even realized yet. All right, we talked about the exact task, but what we also need to talk about is automating those tasks. And the best way to currently do this is through /goal and /loop. /goal is telling Claude where the finish line is. So let's say you want it to do market analysis and you want it to happen every single day. So you get an automated market report every morning. /goal tells Claude what the final output should be. For example, I need a full report formatted like this, market analysis with these certain projects, coins, stocks listed, and these sort of outliers listed. That's the goal. That's what it needs to produce. The loop is telling Claude how often it needs to rerun that sequence so it can run on your behalf. So it can loop back around. Fable's actually very good at this. It takes feedback into account. It actually analyzes the work of the loop itself before it does another loop, and then it's a self-improving loop. And whenever you want to go into Claude Code and improve a loop, you can. This is the way to actually automate workflows with AI using Claude Code. I'll have more details on this in the guide, but you can literally ask Claude about /loop as well, and it's going to actually help you set up loops, which is really important if you actually want to start automating this stuff. And this is how you make more money. How? You become more efficient. You aren't any longer constrained by your own time. You are simply constrained by your token limit. The constraint now becomes how much money you have. And it's a flywheel because you make more money buying back more of your time.